Welcome to Life and Liberty Radio with David Householder. I'm Joshua Zay, and together, you and I are taking another step toward freedom, both spiritual and political. So get comfortable, breathe in, and ignite your imagination. Envision a society that is spiritually deep and truly free. It's easy if you try.
I want to talk today about parables, and I have a parable in mind that I'd like to talk to you about, and I'm going to read you the parable, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then we're going to do a remix, and I'm going to retell the parable in a little bit different way. So first of all, the parable. It's the parable we know as the parable of the lost coin. This is from Luke 15, 8 through 10. Jesus said, "Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one of them, does not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? When she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I had lost.' Just so, I tell you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents." We often deal with this parable from our own perspective. We often deal with it from the perspective of what we think of as coinage. And I want to offer something that we don't necessarily think about. These are some insights that I've gleaned from reading from Kenneth Bailey. He has a book all about Luke 15. It's called Finding the Lost: Cultural Keys to Luke 15. But Kenneth Bailey, what he does is he is very familiar with Middle Eastern culture and gets at meanings of the parables and gets at meanings of Scripture that we in our Western world just have no idea because of our distance from the Middle Eastern culture. And so Kenneth Bailey has this. He has other titles. He has another one that I love is Jesus Through Middle Eastern Eyes, which is amazing, and there's even more parables in that. One of the key insights for this one about the parable of the lost coin is we often think in terms of our coinage in the United States in particular. Our highest value of coin is the dollar coin. And even those are not frequently used in day-to-day transactions. And so our perspective of the worth of a coin is we think in terms of a coin being very little worth. And so in the parable of the lost coin, where the woman has lost one of 10 coins, we might think, oh, she lost a dime, or maybe we think in terms of she lost $1. But really, her search for this one coin, we credit her for her dedication to finding the coin, how even though it's this measly little amount of money that she worked so hard to find it. But what Kenneth Bailey points out is that the amount that was lost by the woman would have been about a day's wage. Now, when you think in terms of a day's wage, most people make more than $1 in a day. And when you think in terms of what a day's wage would buy, what it would mean to lose an entire day's wage, people go to work sick so they don't lose a day's pay. So the idea of losing a day's wage points out to me the inherent value of what was lost. And I think we miss that. We often miss that, the reality of the inherent value of what was lost because we think of our coinage and the value of our coins. But if this was a day's wage that was lost, then all of a sudden, the urgency the woman has to find it makes so much more sense. And I think this urgency that she has to find that because of the inherent value of the coin itself speaks very meaningfully about the actual value of us as God's people, as God's children, as God's created people, the inherent value that each of us hold. And so to get at this, sort of the feelings behind what would it mean to lose a day's wage, I was thinking creatively about what does a day's wage look like and why would losing that matter. And so a song came to my mind, and I'll warn you, I'm a child of the 80s. And so, of course, a Bon Jovi song is what came to mind. He has a song that's called Living on a Prayer. And in the song, there's a couple. There's Tommy, he used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. And then there's Gina. She works the diner all day. Working for her man, she brings home her pay. And so this song, this Bon Jovi song, that's what occurred to me when I was thinking about what would it mean to lose a day's wage. And so I had a little bit of fun with this to try to get into that frame of mind, to try to think about what would a day's wage mean. And so I thought of Gina working at the diner, and what would it mean if Gina lost a day's worth of tips? And so the following, what you'll hear, is a parable. It's the parable of the lost apron. And we'll hear this from Gina. Okay, I'm just about done here. Tips were really good tonight, you know. I love it when my regulars come in. It always makes the time go faster to see the friendly faces. And some of them are really generous with the tips. In fact, I think I'm going to get to go to the pawn shop tomorrow. You know, it's bad enough that Tommy doesn't have his job, but to not have his music? Well, I just know it's been eating him up. He tries to play it cool, but I know what his guitar means to him. He doesn't know this, but I've been saving up a little bit each time from my tips. And I stop in at the pawn shop just to make sure the guitar's still there. Larry, well, we're on a first-name basis now. Larry at the pawn shop says he'll give me some time before he puts it on display. I mean, officially, he could have put it out already. But I told him what I'm up to, and he said he'd give me a few extra weeks. Well, it's been more than a few weeks, but I told him I'm real close. He's been patient, but I can't count on that for too long, you know. He's got a business to run and mouths to feed. But after the day I've had, look out, Larry, here I come. This is going to blow Tommy's mind. Tony's been waiting for him to come back to the club and play. I love it when he plays at the club. There's just something about being the girl out there that he's singing to, you know? But I know what the music means to him. And so I think if I can get his guitar back, this could be a real turning point for us. So I'll just grab my apron and, where's my apron? Hey, Sal? This is embarrassing, but have you seen my apron lying around anywhere? It's got all my tips in it, you know? You ain't seen it? Okay. All right, keep a lookout for me, will ya? Yeah, I don't know where it is. Oh, Mikey, hey. Hey, have you seen my apron? Anywhere? Lying around somewhere? No? You ain't seen it? Okay. All right. Well, maybe I left it. No, it's not. It's not there. No. It's not anywhere. Oh, this is terrible. I promised Tommy I'd get groceries. Oh, and his guitar. Okay, think, Gina, think. The apron couldn't have just walked away. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Unless, what if it isn't? What if somebody took it? All those tips. Those generous tips. But wait a minute. Hardly anyone is here right now. In fact, I haven't even seen anybody in the dining room since I sat in the booth with my manager at the end of my shift. Oh, my manager? No, I'm not in trouble if that's what you're wondering. No, actually quite the opposite. He told me he wants to give me the extra hours I've been asking for. He said, because Gina, you've earned it. How about that? I earned it. So I was just, oh, wait a minute. I remember now. I sat in the booth, I untied my apron, and I had it in my lap while we were talking. And then I got up to shake his hand. Yeah, that's it. And then I must have dropped my apron on the booth there. That's got to be it. And then I was so excited, of course, I wanted to run back and tell Sal all my excitement about my new hours, of course. And I must have left my apron right there. It's got to still be there. It's just got to still be there, right? Okay, so let me look here. Okay, this is a booth. Yeah, this one here. This is a booth where we're sitting. Okay, so, and this, I was on this side. Let me see. No, it's not here. No, come on. Oh, no, it's got to be here. It's got to be here. Be here. Oh, wait. What's that on the floor? Oh, my goodness. That's my apron. My apron's right there on the floor. Okay, let me get that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, this means so much. Okay. All right, well, let's see what we have here, huh? Okay, let's see. Oh, boy, look at all these bills. 20. Oh, man, this is more than I thought. Oh, wow, this is amazing. I'm definitely going to the pawn shop tomorrow. This is going to be a turning point for us. A real turning point.
Just so I tell you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God at the turning point when one lost child of God has been found.
Well, that's all for today on Life and Liberty Radio. Thanks so much for sharing this part of your spiritual journey with me. Now, the views on this program are not necessarily those of my advertisers, sponsors, places I work, or do business with. They're purely my own, but I'm sharing them with you, so share your ideas with me. Write me on Twitter at Liberty House, LIBERTYHOUS, no E. Until next time, let's continue dreaming and working for a free and spiritually grounded society.